everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andy, and today we have the February monthly reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are doing really good. I'm going to talk for a little bit, talk about a couple of disclaimers and a couple of things here and there. I promise I won't be too long on the information I'm about to share. But if you want to skip on it, skip ahead and just find when I start doing the reading. So, I just want to say January was rough for me and for so many people. A lot of it had to do with, like, I'm not an astrologer, okay? So I follow a lot of astrologers, and I also, like, watch Western. I watch people that follow Western and, what is it? Not Eastern, well, I guess Eastern, but what is it called? Vedic astrology, sorry. I was like, what? So I saw something about like Saturn being conjunct with Capricorn or something. I don't know. Basically, I don't know. We were supposed to be very uncomfortable in January, and a lot of things were supposed to happen in order for us to have a lot of realizations of certain things in our life that needs to change. A lot of changes need to happen. So, with that being said, I did kind of fall off like the bandwagon of my spirituality. I wasn't really practicing the things that I practice on my day-to-day. And with that, I feel like my vibrational energy is not at the highest that it can be. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I will not be doing channel messages for these readings for this month. So I'm sorry if you really like that. I'm always saying this, I don't know if anyone likes that. I love doing the channel messages, primarily because it's a really good way for me to exercise and practice channeling. Because I normally do just channel for myself, like when I meditate or when I'm praying or whatever I'm doing in my day-to-day. But channeling here is a really good way for me to practice to attune and to connect with the guides or the energies of whoever was watching this video. So it's a different feel for me, I guess. So that's why I'm saying this, that I will not be doing these months, so I'm sorry. I just feel like I have a lot of respect towards what I do, and I take what I do very seriously, and I just feel like it would be a disrespect to your guides or your energy or just, you know, the higher powers above if I was doing it from a lower vibrational place. And honestly, it's a lot harder. Like it's like you kind of need to be in that higher vibrational state in order to channel clearly, at least in my opinion and in my experience, okay? Disclaimer, sorry, I know I said I was gonna talk a lot, but I always do. If you're new here, this is how it is. If you're returning, you should know. So, quick disclaimer, these are general readings. So this is going to be for your sun sign Taurus, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All those represent different aspects. All those are different things. And just know that people are experiencing different situations. So maybe I'll say something that resonates with you, and then I'll say something else, and you're like, what? That's not me. But the other thing you said resonates. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, don't try to force it to fit, right? If it's a puzzle piece that doesn't belong, it doesn't belong, right? You can't make it fit no matter what you do. So if the reading does not resonate at all, what I recommend is that you check out your other placements, okay? And I also recommend that if maybe none of my readings are really resonating with you, maybe take a little bit of break, or maybe find a different reader. There are so many YouTube readers now, which is awesome. And I feel like a lot of people become more aware of spirituality, becoming more aware of divination tools such as tarot, and things like scrying and all this, like really cool stuff. And people are getting into crystals and channeling and all this great stuff, and I love it because it tells me that I feel like we're on the right path. As a collective, it tells me that our consciousness is shifting because people are becoming aware of certain things that they were not before. And that is always a sign that people are raising their consciousness, is when you start to become aware of things that you were not aware of before, right? And you're starting to allow your mind to open and to expand. So with that being said, again, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't. I don't need anyone DMing me or emailing me that I'm a horrible reader, that this reading sucked. Everything you said was a lie. Maybe it was a lie for you. Maybe not even a lie. It just wasn't for you, sis. Like, it's gonna be for someone else. Come on. Alrighty. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, let's see what's going on in your month of February. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Magician in reverse. Okay, guys. So first card out is always going to be the most significant throughout your reading. I honestly feel like this is going to be a month for you guys to reevaluate where you're putting your time, your energy, and your attention, right? Because you may be investing those things, your time, energy, and attention, into the wrong outlets, okay? So you may be focusing on the wrong people, the wrong situations. You may be trying to manifest the incorrect things. You could also just be careful, watch your thoughts. And this is your homework, right? Because you gotta do some work too, right? You take, really take the time to evaluate what you're thinking or the way that you're thinking. Make sure that you're not thinking negatively about other people or about situations, because that's really going to counteract any potential positive manifestation that you're trying to achieve, okay? So really be aware of your thoughts. Your thoughts are powerful, so be aware of them. Just because no one can hear them or no one has access to them other than yourself does not mean that they do not affect anything external of you. They do, right? So just be cautious of what you're thinking. Be cautious of where you're placing your time and your energy and your attention. We have the Tower. Okay, so February could be a month where, because maybe your time, energy, and attention is on the wrong things, the universe is really wanting to step in, okay? Again, the Tower moment may or may not happen for you. This is going to be a moment where the divine source or higher powers are going to intervene into your life, because maybe you have fallen off the wagon like I did, and maybe you're just kind of wandering and you're having a really difficult time getting back on the right track. So they're kind of gonna be, hey, what are you doing? Wake up. You are not on the right path right now. You are manifesting the wrong things. What are you doing? You're focused on the wrong things. Wake up. You can't be thinking negatively about this, because then you're not gonna manifest the things that you want. So they're doing it to help you. I really do think it's going to be very jolting for some of you that are going to experience the Tower, because not everyone is. It depends on if you're able to switch this to this, and you're able to think more positively, put your attention on the right things, etc., etc. But again, I really feel like a lot of you guys are having trouble figuring out what the right thing is to put your time, energy, and attention to. So that's why this is happening for those of you. So some of you may experience the Tower, some of you may miss out on it, depending on if you do the work in time. But the universe is not trying to waste your time either, because our time here on Earth is short-lived. And if we don't understand that, they do, okay? They really understand that. To them, I really feel like, time is not real outside of like our human perception. So to them, it's like our life from birth to death is like that. Even if you live to 100 years old, it's like goes by. It's not. It can be enjoyed. It can only be enjoyed through our perspective, because we see time as not this. We don't see it as it's already happened. It's done. There's no future. There's no past. It's just all at once. So that's why we enjoy our life, and that's why things move a lot slower for us here on Earth. But I feel like they really understand the concept of no time, or that time is not linear. Sorry. And it's like they don't want to waste any more time that you have, so they're really going to be adamant about coming in and being like, hey, no, you gotta make a change, because you don't have that much time. We gotta be taking action now. We can't. I feel like we're really shifting into an age and a time period of. Because so many people are raising their consciousness, we're going to be shifting in a period of like, why? Because so many people make excuses like, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll start this project tomorrow, or I'll invest my time into that tomorrow, or another day, or not yet. I'm not going to try that yet because I'm not ready. Why are you not ready? Take a chance. Do the thing. Because tomorrow's never guaranteed, right? You got to live day to day like you could die tomorrow. Like today's your last. It's really honestly so true when people say that. And it wasn't until like this month or like towards the end of last month that I really realized that, is that you really do got to live your life like you don't got any more time left, because you don't know if you do. No one really knows, right? Especially, I feel like a lot of people are having these realizations, and I talked about this in another video, and again, forgive me if I'm wrong, I should have double checked it, but I forgot to. I believe the basketball player that passed away in that helicopter accident was Kobe Bryant, I think. I'm not into basketball, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone. if I got the name wrong, so forgive me. I just know it was like a very well-known basketball player, and a lot of people were really upset about his death. A lot of people I see all over the internet, maybe you have too. I see all over the internet people saying, you know, keep your loved ones close. Tell your loved ones that you love them because you never know when it's your time. And it's all being triggered by his death. His death is causing everyone to have this realization because so many people looked up to him and admired him, like worldwide. It's not even like within the US. So it's like people are like waking up like, hey, like, you know, he tragically died, and that was so unexpected. And it's like, you really just never know when it's your time. So take advantage every single second that you have. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the, what is this? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like Spirit is saying that, you really got to focus on what's important to you. You really got to focus on where your priorities are, you know, because I feel like right now you're looking at you're focusing on either a lot of things, or you're focusing on something that just really like, maybe you think it means something to you, maybe you think it fulfills you in some way, but I don't think it does. This tells me that there's nothing really there, that you're just kind of looking at like an empty promise. You're holding a box that's empty. It's like you're focusing and you're putting in work on empty things. It's almost like the analogy I'm getting is that like you keep planting seeds in soil, like, you know how like in certain areas that have been farmed for like years, the earth ends up losing like nutrients and stuff. So like after a while, after a period of time, anything you plant, anything you try to grow in that soil, that dirt, it's not gonna work because it's like there's no nutrients there. It's all dead, right? It's almost like that. You're trying to build and grow and focus on something that's not like it's a dead end basically, right? So be cautious of that. Try to be aware of that. Again, that's where that Magician reverse. So we didn't get the, I don't know if we said, oh no, that was a different reading, sorry. My mind is jumbled. Last reading of the day is usually how we get a little bit jumbled. We have the World. So it's talking about cycles. So February, I feel like this cycle, this way of living for you is gonna come to a close. This way of like, I'm focusing on the wrong things. I'm still investing my time and my energy and attention into something that there's no more growth can come out of it, that the situation is just a dead end. If you've been having difficulty getting out of this, if you've been having difficulty even realizing that you're doing this, that's why you're having this moment. For those of you that will experience your Tower moment, that's why the higher powers above are gonna send some assistance, because they're like, you know what? Enough is enough. You got stuff to do. You have a higher path in life, and right now this is just wasting your time, and we can't let you do that. We won't let you waste your time. So that way of being is gonna close. So they're gonna help you close this cycle and enter a new cycle where you are able to see things more clearly and able to really be like, whoa, I'm wasting my time here. It's almost like they're just gonna give you that. They're gonna give you the ability to know that you're wasting your time in this situation. And that's what makes you end that cycle. That's what makes you stop doing that. That's awesome. We have the Moon in reverse, okay? Which is gonna signify that there is more to what's going on that you're not aware of. And that is why I really feel like maybe even a lot of you, maybe even all of you, will actually end up having this divine intervention come into play this month, because there's certain bits of information that you don't have that you would need in order to close this cycle. And it's like, because they are aware that you don't have this information, and for whatever reason you have found yourself stuck and fixated on focusing on this thing, whatever it may be for you individually, they're going to illuminate that. They're going to bring this illumination to you, this realization towards you. I'm really getting that around the time of a full moon. It could have been the full moon that we just had. We just had it yesterday on the 8th. Today's the 9th. So it could have been from this full moon moving forward, you're having this realization, or for the next one that's happening, I think towards the end of the month or the beginning of the next month. And then we have the Five of Swords. So I feel like there could be some, I'm gonna clarify this really quickly. Clarify the Five of Swords for me, please. Okay, so clarified with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like there's a situation where you could be like negatively thinking about a situation, or I feel like you guys are aggressively holding on to ideas or beliefs that just don't serve you anymore. Like they don't serve a purpose in your life. They don't affect you in a positive way, but you're holding on to these beliefs and these ideas very tightly. You are really stubborn, so that's something to also think about. Sorry, Taurus, not to offend you, but you are stubborn. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm stubborn in a lot of ways. And I don't like that about myself. I'm always like contradicting my own stubbornness, which is so frustrating. But it's almost like that. It's like you have stubbornly held on to a belief system or an idea that I think actually is quite negative with the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is always my asshole card. That's what I refer to it. It's a very nasty negative energy that comes from this card. So I just feel like it's almost like this idea or belief that you have, it's almost like it's self-inflicting. Like it's like it actually hurts. It hurts you and it affects you in a negative way by believing whatever this belief is. So there's some belief system that you need to break out of, and that's why we're going to have that divine intervention this month for a majority of you. Awesome. Okay, I know, a little bit negative, but ultimately good, like, you know, breaking out of it, right? That's good. So we're going to look at what a blockage is this month. So specifically what is going to be an obstacle in the month of February that you're going to find yourself face to face with, that you're going to have to encounter and overcome this month. So let's see, what is the obstacle for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the month of February? We have material harvest. So some of you guys are getting lost in the sauce, okay? Those that live by the coin, ka-ching, ka-ching, die by the coin, okay? So I really feel like a lot of you guys, hold on, sorry. My shoulder, I have messed up shoulders. I just need to pop it back into place. 1 second. I know, it's a problem. I feel like you guys have somehow along the way really gotten lost in greed and in the idea of, and this card, Four Pentacles in reverse, can literally represent greed for money, like very specifically. Someone that's holding on too tightly to money, or the idea of money, not being able to let go of that idea that I need money in order to be successful, in order to have a happy, fulfilled life. And I feel like for some of you, you may have gone lost. Maybe you've just gotten a raise, or you've just been doing really good at work, or you've just been gaining a lot of money recently, and it's almost like that feeling is intoxicating. I feel like for some of you guys, it gives you power. Like you feel very secure and powerful when you have more money. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just have let that go to your head. Maybe you just got intoxicated with the feeling of that power. Because yes, some might say that money is power in this world that we live in. I would say the society we live in, because I do believe, in my belief, knowledge is true power. Because I don't know, I really think that knowledge is power. The more you know, the more powerful I think that you become. Because the more you can adapt, the more you can do, I think, by knowing things. Again, you're like, well, if I have money, I can pay someone to know this stuff for me, which, you know, to each their own. I just feel like I don't want you guys to be getting lost in the sauce like that. I don't want you guys to, you know, live by the coin, die by the coin. It's not like that. Life is so much more about material things. And I feel like maybe somehow along the way, you have really allowed yourself to get lost in the belief that material things are more important than maybe other things. Or I just feel like your focus is just heavily on obtaining money. And I'm not saying that when, like, focusing on getting money, that's not a bad thing. I'm really focused on getting money right now because I gotta pay for surgery. I got a lot of things that I need money to pay for. So yes, my focus is on money, but is that my primary focus? Hell effing no. My primary focus is on me being fulfilled. Money does not fulfill me in the least bit whatsoever. I focus primarily on things that fulfill me. And I hope and I pray and I ask that a lot of money come from those things in order to help me to continue to be able to do the things that fulfill me. but money's never going to be my priority, ever. Even when I am really focused on, even when I'm focused on trying to manifest more money, it's never my number one priority, ever. I would say maybe it's in my top 5, but if it's in my top 5, it's like the 5th one. It's not the first, it's not the second, it's not the third. And that's just me, my own perspective. I'm not telling you that because you need to be the same way. Be however you want. I'm just saying that because there are a lot more things that are more valuable than money. Aside from knowledge, you know, our loved ones are valuable. Our time is valuable. Our energy is valuable. And that's what you gotta think about, is where are you putting your time and energy? Because that's more valuable than money. Because where you put your time and your energy, depending on how you use it, that makes your money, right? If you put your time and your energy into your work, you make more money. If you put your time into your energy into your friends, you may not make as much money, but you may find fulfillment and a sense of success in a different way. So it just depends, something to think about. So for the angels that watch over, guide, and protect Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what is the message that you would like to relay to Taurus for the month of February? Something that they need to know. We have cheer up, live in the moment. So don't be too hard on yourself this month. It's definitely a month to be like, I think, more laid back and relaxed. Like, I feel like maybe this, you know, whatever this is, material gain or material focus, or just having your focus on the wrong thing, I feel like it's really stressing you out as well. It's causing a lot of stress in your life. Like I said, this idea or belief that you're holding on to so tightly is actually just like hurting yourself. It's like you're holding like the stem of a rose and the thorns are like poking you, but you're just so like, I really want to hold the rose like this. So it's kind of like you really want things in a certain way, but it's actually kind of hurting you. It's stressing you out. Stress is not good for us, right? If this is causing and creating stress or tension in your life, you need to try to find a way to maybe alleviate, if not completely eliminate, the thing that is causing that stress. And it could be just as simple as money is not what's stressing you out. It's the pursuit of money. It's the pursuit. It's the greed that is underlined in the pursuit of money that sometimes we get lost in. Because I've been there in the past where I've made a lot of money and I'm like, oh, it feels good. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel good to make money. I think it's just a moment of like, you need to have like a wake-up call, which I think that's why this is coming in, because your guides are freaking awesome and they don't want you to ruin your life. So they're like, hey, we're gonna help you have this realization, this aha moment of, wait, how did I get all caught up in this chase after money? This is not what life is about. And I know that you know this deep down inside, so it's just a reminder, if anything, I feel like this month. And they just want you to be happy and just live life. And there's just so much joy that comes outside of money. Money, if money is what makes you happy, you really got to rethink about things, okay? Anyways, that was your reading, Taurus. I hope that I resonate with you. If it did, let me know in the comments down below what you guys are going through individually, because like I said, everyone's experience is going to be different. These are general readings. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the information to do so is going to be in the description box down below. Like and subscribe for more. If you are returning, thank you for your support. If you are new, I would really appreciate your support immensely. And you can keep up to date with me and the readings that I'm going to be putting out. I will be putting out end of the month readings. Those will be up from anywhere from the 18th to the 22nd of this month. So come back, Taurus, okay? Come back at the end of the month and get a recap, kind of see what happened, what didn't happen, maybe some things changed, and maybe we'll get a little bit of extra information towards the end of the month, okay? Take care of yourselves, good luck, refocus, reprioritize, or just evaluate. Really think about where you're putting your time and your energy and attention. Watch your thoughts this month, be careful. And I wish you so much happiness and fulfillment outside of money, of course, but also I wish you money, I wish you money, material gain. I wish that upon everyone else. I just don't want you to get lost in the sauce. I don't want you to get so focused on that too much, okay? Take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.